excuse the fact that like my sideburns are showing. This is how it is before I do my makeup. You know, the wig isn't really adjusted right. It's just, it's part of life. So I already primed my lids using the Too Faced Shadow Insurance, and as always, I'm just going to take my tape, and what I like to do is find the arch and kind of just like make it come down like this. So I'm going to be using some of my MAC eyeshadows. It is so hot in my room today, guys. Can I just say, side note, this is going to be a chatty tutorial, but it's like going to be 56 today in Connecticut, and it was just like literally below 0, so it's pretty interesting. Connecticut, New England weather. This is just like annoying, actually. It's not interesting, it's annoying. It's just how it is here. So I think we're like definitely heading more towards spring at this point than anything. We had a snowstorm the other day, but it wasn't anything big, and then the next day it freaking rained and it's pretty much gone. So good news for people who don't like snow like me. Alright, so I'm going to start by taking this shade right here. I've used this before. This is Brown Script. I'm going to be taking my Sephora Airbrush Crease Brush. This is just a really nice fluffy crease brush. I'm going to go ahead and swirl my brush into this. Tap off the excess. And then I'm going to place this into the crease with a nice swirling motion. The transitional shade always needs to be really blended. I don't want no harshness here. You guys see it's nice and blended. Alright, the next shade we're going to be taking is this beautiful, gorgeous, shimmery shade called Cranberry. So I'm going to take a shadow brush. This is just my Urban Decay shadow brush. Probably came in one of the palettes, but this is Cranberry. So it's a very pretty shade. Looks like cranberry. Okay. And we're just going to apply it to the lid. The good thing about MAC eyeshadows is that you really don't get fallout. I still do my foundation last because that's just me. But if you were somebody that, for whatever reason, you prefer to do your foundation first, MAC eyeshadows will be your best friend because I really don't ever get fallout. Sorry if you guys hear my dog snoring. Coco. She likes to like lay in here when I'm filming. I really didn't want to do a voiceover today, because I feel like I always do voiceovers and it's nice just to talk sometimes. So if her snoring really bothers you, you know, I do apologize, but it doesn't bother me. I think it's adorable. So now I'm going to take the Anastasia World Traveler palette, since I don't have a matte black in my MAC palette. And I'm just going to take Noir. You could take any matte black. This just happens to be the palette I have. So I'm going to be taking the Pro Smoky Crease from Sephora. And I've talked about this brush, and I always say the same thing, but it's more tightly packed. So it's good to just get on that outer corner. It really just gets it in there good. So I like that. Whereas this like really loose one is good for like buffing. So I'm going to take Noir, and I'm going to tap off the excess rod, and then I'm just going to place it right on the outer half.
I need you right now. Yeah, I need you right now. So don't let me down. I think I'm losing my mind.
And I bring it in like a little bit. Like that's it. I don't bring it in any more than that. And then the same thing. Alright, I'm gonna just go ahead and remove the tape. I'm gonna take the fluffy crease we used to blend out brown script, and I'm just going to blend out the black a bit more. Easier to use a fluffy brush to blend. And I'm not applying any more brown script. I'm just, whatever's on the brush, the residual, cool, I'll work with that, but I'm not, it's just whatever's on there. Just using the brush mainly just to blend out this black so it's not crazy harsh. Almost like an airbrush effect, like there's no lines, it's not harsh, it's not blobbed on there. That's like what I mean by blending, if you guys don't understand. It's just like very smooth. You know, it's not harsh, it's just smooth. Okay. So now we're gonna do winged eyeliner. I'm taking my e.l.f. cream eyeliner. This is literally $3 at Target, but it's like a holy grail liner. It's like the only liner I use. And this is my Royal and Langnickel brow angle. I guess it's for your brows, but I've been using it for my liner.
Don't let me down, down, down. I was fine before I met you. I was broken but fine. I was lost and uncertain, but my heart was still mine. I was free before I met you. I was broken but free. All alone in a clear view, but now you are all I see.
Okay, I finished winged eyeliner on both sides, so I'm just going to apply some of my Smashbox X-rated mascara. So I think the lashes I wore when you guys like loved it was like Ardell 110, but I'm not in the mood for 110s today. I'm in the mood for these double up 201s, which are very like more dramatic. So yeah, this is just preference, but if you want to do the same exact look, then I would suggest that you go ahead and use Ardell 110. So I'm going to glue these babies up and then I will pop them on once they are nice and tacky, like your ex-girlfriend. I'm all set with the lashes. Pop those bad boys on. So what I'm gonna do now is take a little bit of my gel liner. And I'm just going to line over the lash line so you know it's not shiny or obvious. I'm gonna use the same brush, just gonna coat it a little bit. So anyway, I'm going to take nylon on this little shader brush and I'm going to pop that right under the brows. Focusing it mainly like here and then bringing residual inward. So I've been loving my SKINDINAVIA makeup primer spray and makeup finishing spray, using these together. It's very different to think that you could use a primer that's just spray form, but it really does work really well. And it's very different from most primers, because most primers, you know, you apply with your fingers and they kind of have a thick consistency, whereas a spray, you're like, is this really working? But yeah, I love it. So I'm gonna take the Estee Lauder Double Wear. I know, guys, like, could I be any more obsessed? The thing I love the most about this foundation, a little goes a long way. You don't need a lot. I find myself pouring out more than I need. Just gonna buff it in with this I was using my beauty blender a lot, and then when I got this, I started using this. I don't know. It's just like quicker and more consistent, I guess. I don't know. It's nice to switch it up. I still love my beauty blender. That's like my first love. I always will. Taking the Urban Decay concealer. Since I'm going to use a cream contour kit anyway, I just like to just take a little bit. I used to do like a really heavy concealer, but like I would bring this far down, but you know, we're going to be using yellow, so it'll all balance out. So you only need a little bit of this, but micro mini beauty blender.
Nobody but you, nobody but me, body but us, bodies together. I love to hold you close tonight and always.
So, going to take my concealer brush and just take some of this yellow in the corner. Blend this out first. I'm going to take my Benefit Hoola bronzer. Just bronze up my face a bit. I'm going to take my Gingerly blush. My lip is bleeding. Cool. This happens when you have a cold sore. It's almost gone though, thank God. Thank God for a breather. If you just like slightly even like touch a cold sore that's healing, it'll start bleeding. So I'm gonna take my Becca Opal highlight. I'm gonna go ahead and take that on my highlighting fan brush. I love this. This is so pretty. Not my lip, but okay. And then I'm just going to take my Givenchy powder. Haven't used this in a while. Perfecto. And then I'm just going to set my brows with the Benefit Gimme Brow. Setting this face with the finishing spray. I'm going to use NYX's Nude lip liner, the retractable one. I've been obsessed with this.
I've seen the pain, I've seen the pleasure. Nobody but you, nobody but me, body but us, bodies together.
And the lipstick I'm applying is MAC's HoneyLove. So pretty. finished.
Finish